Hari Om. Today is a very auspicious day. This day of Panchami was when Bhagwan Sri Adi Shankaracharya ji was born. And it is a very joyous day for all of us Hindus all across the globe. More than about 2000 years ago, Bhagwan Adi Shankaracharya ji was born in Kerala to Shivaguru and Aryamba. A very pious family. Shivaguru, father of Bhagwan Sri Adi Shankaracharya ji, had a Gurukula, and at a very young age, Adi Shankaracharya ji lost his father. Then, with his mother's permission, he took to the path of sannyasa, had heard about this great master on the banks of Narmada river. So he walked and reached out to him to take sannyasa. He was barely about 8 years old. Now imagine an 8-year-old coming and asking you that I want to take sannyasa, renounce this world. You would probably give him a candy, you would probably ask him to go play. So Govinda Bhagavad Padacharya ji thought maybe this child has come in all sincerity, but you have to test, you have to know if this kid is really qualified and is seeking that, because it's not easy to walk this path. So he said, have you heard of Vishnu Sahasranama? Asked by Bhagwan Govinda Padacharya ji, Adi Shankaracharya ji said, yes, I do know. He says, give me your thoughts on it. It is said that on those 1,000 beautiful names of Bhagwan Sri Mahavishnu, Bhagwan Adi Shankaracharya ji overnight wrote a treaty, his first commentary, where he refers to several Puranas, several aspects of Itihasa, Upanishads, Nyaya Shastra, and the command of Panini Ashtadhyayi, that it took a couple of days for Govinda Bhagavad Padacharya ji to read through it. And definitely the profoundness in that work definitely showed that this is no ordinary child. Immediately gave him sannyasa, and thus starts a life of a missionary zeal, a commitment to revive the Sanatana Dharma, Vaidika Samskriti, back it to its fold, where because of the influences of Buddha, Jaina, and various other impacts, there was a gap in the scriptures, its understanding, and its practice. So he took it upon himself and walked all across Bharatvarsha, several times in fact, and re-established. And this technique is a very beautiful, unique technique. That there is a open challenge, a debate. The stakes were high, that when you sit down in that challenge, you should be able to convincingly put across your thought, where whatever objections or whatever the thought of the other pattern or the other siddhanta is negated in that vada prativada, in that debate. So needless to say, Bhagwan Bhashyakara went across entire Bharatvarsha in re-establishing. Therefore, we should not have the mindset wherein we feel that we are doing something that is not to be done. It is our sampradaya that when there is something to be corrected and it has to be put back on its course, Bhagwan Adi Shankaracharya ji showed the best way is to learn, understand, and put this thought of understanding across and revive its practice. So he put this effort in reviving the entire Sampradaya, and he gave amazing, in depth texts. He has written commentaries, he has written stuti and stotras on various forms of Bhagwan and Bhagavati. In fact, there are several stutis on each Bhagwan. Then he has composed some preliminary texts as an introduction to Vedanta Shastra. He has done some very profound Siddhanta texts on Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta. Not only that, he also established 4 ashramas: Sringeri, Puri, Dwaraka, and Jyotirmath, and established the sampradaya of 10 schools of, or 10 methods of sannyasa. This is called Dashanami. And most beautiful part is his vision. He not only established this, but also wrote down how to run these ashramas, how to run these pithas. He called it as Pithamnaya, Mathamnaya. He gave us the work as to how to be a good administrator of it, how to make sure that the purpose of reviving the Hindu Sanatana Dharma is a consistent practice, that every generation benefits from this Vedanta Shastra and evolves into being the greatest human that we can offer to the entire society. That vision, if it were not there, today we would not have had the opportunity to sit down and learn, evolve, and grow. So to that Grand Master, who in a short span of 32 years gave a whole slew of literature for us to understand, evolve, so that if, when I am established on the highest, I can give that highest to others. Though, one of the principles that I personally believe is Atmano Mokshaya Jagat Hitaya Cha. While you're putting that effort for the highest in your own life, moksha, that should translate in uplifting the others around us, that very society in which we are plugged and a part and parcel of. So may Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya Ji's blessings flow through us to the world around us as knowledge, wisdom, compassion, love, care, and with this attitude of seva consistently to make wherever we are a better place, rather the best place to live in. May Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya Ji's blessings, may the entire Guru Parampara's blessings, because we know of at least 4,000 years prior to Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya Ji, and from Adi Shankaracharya Ji, a lineage of more than 2,000 years. So nearly about 7,000 to 8,000 years of lineage, that entire lineage, unbroken lineage, I invoke all of their blessings so that may in our hearts the Jnana Jyoti be lit. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. So I'll end it with a small invocation invoking the entire Guru Parampara along with Bhagavad Pad Shankaracharya Ji's blessings. Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam. Hari Om.